Now on 18 Eyewitness News.
A disagreement over a tax assessment could cost the Farmington School District more than $100,000. Also, the 50th Azalea Festival is this weekend in Fredericktown. Plus, we'll show you a new playground for all children in our area. All of these stories, and will we see stormy weather for the Azalea Festival?
Coverage you can count on. This is 18 Eyewitness News.
Hello, everybody. Thanks for joining us. I'm Fred Dawkins, and here's the top stories that we're working on for you at this hour. A disagreement between some Crown Valley properties and the St. Genevieve County assessor could cost the Farmington schools more than $108,000. Assessor Linda Wagner says Crown Valley Brewing and Distributing and Winery are appealing their 2011 assessed valuation. She says based on the company's figures, the Farmington schools would lose more than $54,000 in 2011 and 2012.
That's the amount of taxes that they could lose for a 2-year period, because this was the 2011 reassessment value that they're appealing. And that is the amount of the loss on if I were to just accept the value that their tax rep is coming in and saying that we think it's worth this amount.
The appeal will be heard by the Missouri Tax Commission. Wagner says they are preparing their documentation to show how they arrived at the assessed valuation. She says Crown believes the assessment should be lower because of the economy. Well, right now, let's check in with Dustin Kopp. He's with us at our Channel 18 Weather Center. We're going to take a look at our weekend forecast coming up.
Good evening, Fred. Good evening, everybody. Temperatures right now are in the 80s. It's pretty warm out there. 83 in Festus through St. Genevieve. Cape Girardeau at 85, 87 in Poplar Bluff, and 86 right now in Van Buren. Today, we saw plenty of sunshine. We saw a few clouds. It's going to increase in clouds today. We didn't see any thunderstorms in our area. They were more towards the northern parts of Missouri into Illinois. And as I was saying, cloudy skies going to dominate pretty much the evening hours. Maybe a chance of a thunderstorm. 84 by 7, 79 by 9, and midnight 75 degrees. I'll give you more details on your weekend forecast coming up later in weather.
With the severe weather season starting, the city of Farmington is reminding residents of their Code Red Weather Alert program. Emergency Services Coordinator Dan Duncan says the Code Red Alert is an opt-in program that lets residents and business owners know of severe weather through their landline, their cell phone, or email.
It notifies you if the city limits is in the path of a tornado warning or a thunderstorm warning, flash flood warning. Those are the warnings that are issued by the National Weather Service. And if your phone number is not in the database, you won't be called.
Folks can sign up for the Code Red Alerts by going to farmington-mo.gov and clicking the link. Fredericktown's 50th Azalea Festival is this weekend. The Azalea Board has brought in new events such as the mini rod and truck pulls to bolster the traditional festival food, craft booth, and carnival attractions. Board President J.C. Shetley says he's looking forward to the return of a favorite event, the pig races. The festival first featured the races back in the early 1900s. Shetley says the difficulty in bringing them back was finding a new group of racers.
5H Ranch quit them. I didn't know where to get a hold of them. I finally got a hold of Dave Hale with 5H. He gave me a guy's name at down south. I contacted him, and he's coming this year.
For many folks, the highlight of the weekend is the Azalea Festival Parade Sunday afternoon at 2 o'clock. The theme of this year's parade is Maytime is Azalea Time. Froggy 96 will be broadcasting live from the festival Saturday morning. A 19-year-old Greenville man can now afford to go back to school after winning $1 million on a lottery scratch-off ticket. Matthew Hedgecork was with his father last Friday when they stopped at a convenience store in Silva. And while inside, he decided to buy a ticket. In addition to going to college, Hedgecork says he plans to use the money to buy a small car and take his father fishing. When we return on 18 Eyewitness News, a playground for all children opens in Fredericktown. We'll show it to you only on 18 Eyewitness News.
You're watching 18 Eyewitness News with Fred Dawkins, Dawn Arnold, Chief Weathercaster Dustin Kopp, and Jeremy Martin with sports. 18 Eyewitness News continues.
The ribbon cutting for the new Fitness for All playground in Fredericktown will be Saturday morning at 10 a.m. 18 Eyewitness News got a sneak peek Thursday morning and met with Rick Lastly. He says the idea for the playground started about 4 years ago.
Several of the folks in the Fredericktown area have kids that have special needs, and there wasn't any place for them to go. So Donna Thompson, who's the driving force behind so much of this, was one of the people that started presenting the idea and said, that we really need something like this.
Lastly says a little digging showed a number of families in the area would use a playground like this. He says one of the crucial elements is that it allows for all kids to play together.
Quite often when you've got a special needs kid, that kid may have a place where they can play, and then the other kids wind up not playing in that same area. As you can see, this appeals to kids of all kinds of abilities. So the kids can play with their brothers and sisters when they probably couldn't have done that before.
With the picnic area close by, Lastly expects the playground to become a point of connection for families with special needs children. A number of Madison Iron County Relay for Life teams are using this weekend's Azalea Festival to raise money to fight cancer. On Saturday, Bellew's Clues is having a plant sale. Kyle's Crew is selling Krispy Kreme donuts, and Committed to End Cancer is holding rubber duck races at noon, 1:30, and 3 o'clock. First place in each race wins $25, second place $15, and third place $5. Also, the First Free Will Baptist Church is offering all-day parking for just $5 every day this weekend. A Van Duzer man is facing a June 3rd court date on charges of kidnapping, burglary, and domestic assault. After Charlie Reynolds waived the preliminary hearing Thursday, Associate Judge Joe Satterfield bound the case over to Stoddard County Circuit Court. Now, according to the documents, the 34-year-old Reynolds was arrested March 19th following a confrontation in Advance. He's accused of kidnapping a former girlfriend, holding her hostage, and striking her. If convicted, Reynolds is facing up to 15 years in prison on the charge. A Poplar Bluff woman has been acquitted of involuntary manslaughter. A Carter County jury returned a not guilty verdict for 29-year-old Radina Proffer Wednesday afternoon. She faced 2 counts of manslaughter charges from a July 2009 incident on the Current River in Ripley County, where 25-year-old Joss Burson and 11-year-old Jerry Moat died after a boat collision. Authorities had contended that Proffer was legally intoxicated and caused the accident by operating her boat irresponsibly. The case was moved to Carter County on a change of venue. Coming up on 18 Eyewitness News, a surprising new trend in plastic surgery. Don Arnold tells us what women and men are asking their doctors to do. That's next in today's Your Health segment on 18 Eyewitness News. And right now, Dustin Kopp is making a last-minute check of our Storm Tracker 18 forecast, which is coming up next here on 18 Eyewitness News.
Now, here's your Storm Tracker 18 weather forecast with Chief Weathercaster Dustin Kopp.
And welcome back. Showers and thunderstorms are possible tomorrow, unfortunately, however, but most of the day will be sunny and maybe just a few partly cloudy skies out there. Temperatures are going to continue to warm for the next couple of days through the weekend and cooling off starting on Monday. Here in southeast Missouri, temperatures are on the warm side, 85 in Cape Girardeau. One of the warmest spots, though, 87 in Poplar Bluff, 84 in Potosi, Festus right now at 83, as well as in St. Genevieve and Fredericktown at 84. Here at the station, we have a current temperature of 86 degrees with mostly cloudy skies. It feels like 89 out there, though. Dew point at 69, 56% humidity, and a south-southwest wind at 7 miles per hour. Tomorrow during the day, we could see a chance of thunderstorms through southeast Missouri. It's not going to be likely, as the better chance is through southern Illinois and into Kentucky and Tennessee. So for tonight, we may see a shower or two, maybe even a thunderstorm, low 69. Otherwise, we're going to see a partly cloudy sky later on in the evening. But this evening, for the most part, cloudy skies, and then start tapering off with the clouds. South wind 5 to 10, 66 in St. Genevieve, 64 in Fredericktown, and 66 in Piedmont. For tomorrow, we may see a chance of a shower or thunderstorm. Otherwise, partly sunny skies, 91 in Farmington, 90 in Fredericktown, 90 in Piedmont, 90 in Poplar Bluff, pretty much 90 everywhere, 89 in Cape Girardeau and Festus. So for the next several days in southeast Missouri, on Sunday, 90 degrees, partly cloudy skies. Monday, though, showers and thunderstorms much cooler, 77 and partly sunny on Tuesday, 70 on Wednesday, and Thursday and Friday are starting to warm back up into the mid to upper 70s to lower 80s. So for the weekend, once more, chance of a thunderstorm on Saturday. Maybe you could maybe see one, but I'm not going to guarantee seeing one. We're going to see mostly sunny to partly sunny skies, high 91 and 90 degrees on Sunday. That's Checking Storm Tracker weather forecast. Fred, back to you.
This is Sports Zone, only on 18 Eyewitness News with Jeremy Martin.
The Pittsburgh Pirates and slow-moving left-hander Eric Bedard tied the Cardinals in knots on Thursday afternoon, beating the Redbirds 6-3. After scoring in the first inning for a third consecutive game, the Cardinals found themselves increasingly frustrated by Bedard's off-speed assortment that mixed in the occasional 92-mile-per-hour fastball. Unable to press an early 2-0 lead, the Cardinals fell when starting pitcher Jake Westbrook lost some of the edge off his sinking fastball. The Cardinals also stranded 12 runners and struck out 17 times, the club's most in a single game since September 1989. The Cardinals travel to Houston tonight to take on the Astros. Kyle Loesch, 4-0 on the season, takes the hill for the Cardinals. The Blues are on the brink of elimination after dropping Game 3 of their Western Conference semifinal 4-2 to the Kings Thursday night in Los Angeles. The Blues trail the best-of-7 series 3-0 and will have to sweep the 4 remaining games to advance to the conference finals. Goalie Brian Elliott had a rough night, giving up 2 goals he should have stopped and having another one take a bad bounce off his pad and go in. Chris Stewart scored both goals for the Blues. His first goal tied the game at 1, but that lasted just 40 seconds before the Kings retook the lead. He then scored in the third period to cut the lead to 3-2, and the Blues threatened to tie the game before LA's Drew Doughty scored to push the lead back to 2 goals. Game 4 is Sunday in Los Angeles. And with the expectation that an accelerated timetable will hold up, Mizzou quarterback James Franklin will return from shoulder surgery when the team opens camp in August, according to team physician Pat Smith. Franklin amassed more than 3,800 yards of total offense last season, 4th best in Mizzou history. He suffered the injury to his right shoulder March 13th in a scrum for a loose football and was operated on 10 days later. Meanwhile, Mizzou tailback Henry Josie, who missed the team's final 3+ games with a devastating knee injury, will undergo an ACL repair on Monday in what Smith hopes is the last phase of Josie's surgical reconstruction. The timing suggests confirmation of what has long seemed evident. There is slim chance Josie could be ready to return this season from the injury he suffered November 12th against the Texas Longhorns. And that's a look at sports. We'll be back with today's Your Live segment right after this on 18 Eyewitness News.
Do you see news happening in your neighborhood? Email us at news@kdkz.tv.
And the long-awaited weekend is here for Azalea Festival in Madison County. Everybody's excited for that. I'm looking forward to the pig race. You ever see a pig race?
No, I haven't.
They're fun to watch.
I bet.
Had a guy call here this morning. I was talking about it on the air on Froggy 96. He said, how big you have to be to ride one of those pigs? You don't ride a pig in a pig race. They race each other.
You know, talking about pigs, Okay, I won't say it. Never mind.
Okay, never mind. Hey, weather for the Azalea Festival.
Sorry, I don't want to give kids ideas what I had going on.
Don't do that.
Anyway, Azalea Festival tonight, there is a chance of showers and thunderstorms. I don't think it's going to happen. We've seen them more towards northern Missouri into Illinois all day long, and there was some severe weather like we were talking about yesterday up towards that area. Otherwise, it's going to be partly to mostly cloudy, decreasing clouds as the night goes on. Tomorrow, however, we're going to see a sunny day. However, with the heating of the day, there may be a pop thunderstorm here or there. Like I said, I don't think it's going to be too bad. Just bring your umbrella just in case.
All right. Should be a great weekend for the Azalea Festival. Thanks for joining us. Dustin and I will be back tonight at 10 o'clock with more, and then tomorrow morning at 6 a.m. for the early morning edition of 18 Eyewitness News. Have a blessed weekend, everyone. God bless you.
Have a good night, everybody. Newswatch is next. We'll see you tonight at 10.